Prequels are interesting. Conceptually, prequels provide more background on an already known event or situation. Sometimes they hit the mark, sometimes they miss terribly. They have the power to both build recognized characters and happenings and destroy them. Build or destroy. That's all prequels do. I'm sure many fans don't know about this short film, but nevertheless, it exists, and we're going to go through it. For those who were intrigued by either the character of Giovanni out of the Torre or the events that led up to the story of Assassin's Creed 2, Lineage is here to quell your thirst for more of both. Does it build or destroy? Let's find out. Lineage is a 30-minute short film that details the events that lead up to Assassin's Creed 2. It's a simple movie with characters we meet in the games, and this simplicity will not require a lengthy, exhausting look, so this video will be a short one. We'll talk about the story of Lineage and then discuss its narrative. 1476, Florence, Italy. Giovanni out of the Torre, father to infamous assassin Ezio out of the Torre, pursues Rodrigo Borgia, a cardinal of the Catholic Church. After finding him in the dead of night, Giovanni engages his guards to eliminate him, but fails, allowing Rodrigo to escape. He does, however, take one of his guards to get more information out of him. We then cut to a meeting between Giovanni, Lorenzo, and Uberto. Lorenzo is a powerful politician in the Florentine Republic, and Uberto is a councilman of justice in the city. Giovanni comments that throughout his pursuit, he has been hearing rumors of a power shift that is imminent. Lorenzo requests Uberto to get the prisoner to talk. He does, and discloses a plot to eliminate Galeazzo Sforza, the Duke of Milan. Giovanni travels to the city to stop the assassination. He fails to stop the conspirators, however, and Galeazzo is murdered. Before fleeing the scene, he discovers a strange coin on one of the hitmen and follows its origins to Venezia. Giovanni tails a courier he finds in the castle the coin comes from and is able to disarm him after a short fight. The courier, however, kills himself with Giovanni's hidden blade before revealing anything. The assassin does find a letter on his person, though. He brings the letter to both Uberto and Lorenzo, and it's revealed that it is written for the Barbarigo brothers. The document is encrypted, however, and it will take some time to decipher it. Uberto tasks Father Antonio Maffei with this decryption, who is able to finish this within several hours. The councilman states to Antonio that although he now knows of its contents, he must not inform any others about them, and threatens him with death if he does. In another meeting, Uberto lies to both Giovanni and Lorenzo, maintaining that the letter's decryption failed. He suggests that the only real way to discover the plot that is brewing is to actually deliver the letter to its intended recipient. Giovanni accepts this mission and travels to Rome. He delivers the letter and follows its numerous exchanges throughout the city. Rodrigo meets with the current pope, who provides him with the blessing of military help to restore order to Florence now that the alliance between the city and Milan has been shaken after the duke's death.
Has Rodrigo Borgia become a messenger now?
Not necessary, Your Holiness. The death of the Duke of Milano changes many things.
Is it really?
The alliances of men are fragile. Even the cities can change hands as easily as money. As long as God is on our side.
Amen. I am told that Lorenzo de' Medici does not show much respect for our position.
That is true. But you could force them to obey you. Florence is weak now. We should take advantage of it. With your help.
It's not part of my office to consent to the death of anyone. But my concern is the greater good of the Republic of Florence. Therefore, I am prepared to offer my spiritual support and military help to ensure order is maintained.
Giovanni, tailing Rodrigo, intercepts him at St. Peter's Basilica. Borgia attempts to offer him membership in the Templar Brotherhood, but Giovanni refuses. He fights off a sizable ambush, but his hidden blade is left broken, and he himself left wounded after the Cardinal is able to stick him with a throwing knife and escape. Giovanni returns home, where his wife Maria tends to his wounds. He comments to her that he believes a much larger conspiracy is in motion, and that he is fearful for Florence's future. Suddenly, his home comes under investigation by Father Antonio Maffei and some henchmen. His son, Federico, is able to successfully lie to the men that Giovanni is not present, and the group leaves the household.
Our main problem is that damned assassin! His investigation threatens our plans!
Don't worry. I'll deal with Giovanni. I've already got something in mind. And then, nothing will stand in our way anymore.
Rodrigo and his fellow Templars discuss that the main threat to the plans they have for Florence is Giovanni, and that he must be eliminated. Borgia comments that this must happen soon if any of their designs are to be manifested in the coming months. We end on Giovanni prowling the streets, uttering to himself that dark days are ahead for his city, but that the Auditore family will be there when the storm approaches, ready to safeguard all that might be in danger. Although I played through and even crafted my newest video on Assassin's Creed 2, I must admit I was left rather unaware of what actually transpired to lead to the deaths of Giovanni and two of his sons in the beginning of the game. This movie does a great job fleshing out some of the side characters we meet in the opening moments of the game. We got more information on not only Giovanni and what he was doing in the preceding days before Assassin's Creed 2, but also the plans that were concocted by the Templars. We are made aware that the Templar Brotherhood had designs to unite Rome, Florence, Venice, and Milan all under one banner, and only two people knew of these designs, Giovanni and Lorenzo. This realization makes the hanging trial of Giovanni and the murder of Lorenzo in the game much more understandable, and I truly believe that this prequel did a great job setting up the events of the second entry in the franchise. I was not expecting Avengers Endgame funding or special effects, and if you go into this movie with the intent of simply learning more about the situations that develop in Ezio's story, rather than looking for a badass, AAA developed cinematic experience, there is much to be appreciated. The fight scenes were very well done for its budget. Giovanni was much more of an active member in the Brotherhood than the second game led on. We see him doing much of what we can expect from an assassin. He fights skillfully, free runs and climbs adeptly, and conducts investigations stealthily. The environments and locales look very digital, but this is to be expected. I didn't find myself drawn out of the story because of these things. Rather, I was focused on intently watching for any little detail I could find that makes the second game's story more cohesive, which happened multiple times. I love the inclusion of Lorenzo in this story, and seeing him not only as an ally of Giovanni, but also someone of a delegator of assassin work was interesting. We already learned in Assassin's Creed 2 about how Lorenzo and Giovanni came to know and trust each other, and this relationship, although not explored in very much detail in the game, was evident in this film, and is something I appreciated witnessing. Although I understand that Ubisoft wanted to tell a very simple narrative about the things that led up to the second game, I was indeed missing Mario throughout these sequences. I was hoping to see him at least once, and with the stakes being so apparently high during this plot, I don't see why Giovanni would not call on his brother, or any other assassin members for that matter, to assist him in discovering the true designs the Templars had for the region. This exclusion is not catastrophic, however, and maybe we can learn more why these things did not happen when I make my next video on Giovanni himself. All in all, as a prequel, Lineage builds on the narrative and its characters, rather than destroying them, and does a good job laying the foundation for Ezio's story to commence in the game. If you're a mega fan of Ezio, I would recommend giving this 30-minute short film a try. Giovanni's video is next, and I'm off. Driving through the night, the stars above us flying, you